Yes, Prateek, please come.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good
please.
afternoon, ma'am.
Please sit down. So, Prateek, let's begin with your introduction.
So my name is Prateek Singh. I was born in Sirsa in Haryana. I completed my schooling from Jaipur, and after that I joined IIT Kanpur to pursue aerospace engineering. I graduated in 2019, and since then I have been preparing for civil services. My hobbies include football, fantasy Premier League, and sketching.
So, why after IIT Kanpur, looking at the civil services, why don't you go for aerospace engineering and others? It is so much in demand.
Sir, the core idea was that I believe that people should have a purpose in life. Sir, I identify my purpose as maximizing the happiness for people. And sir, aerospace engineering in this respect, sir, it helped me, it pointed me towards this direction, because when we look at the cosmic, the entirety of the cosmos, sir, from one perspective, we are just very insignificant. Our existence in the scale of time and distance. But on the other hand, every individual life and the entirety of humanity, our civilization, our history, culture, it makes it very special. And it motivated me to work
So,
in
you
this.
have a philosophical reason to get into civil services.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you're born in Haryana and you're living in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
So, you have been in NCR.
Yes,
Right. Now, tell me, let's discuss about the air pollution problem of NCR. Despite no case of crop burning at this moment,
yes, sir.
the air pollution is terrible. Now, Delhi government has come out with some measures. Today only they have come out with some 16 action points to
Yes.
curb the air pollution. What are those?
Sir, in general, sir, Delhi government has tried to curb vehicular pollution and pollution from the industries, restrain industries from polluting, and put on certain norms for the industrial effluents. Sir, additionally, sir, it is strengthening the transport infrastructure to shift the emphasis on public transport and certain curbs on the construction front.
I'm
as well.
not seeing any difference. The only thing is that electric vehicles are coming in more number.
Yes, sir.
But Prateek, the bigger problem is of Delhi is dust.
Yes, sir.
Now, whose responsibility is dust? Who do you catch for dust?
Sir, it is a collective responsibility. So when it comes to construction, so there need to be more stricter norms and greater implementation of these norms. Sir, additionally, sir, we can use water guns to control the dust. Sir, additionally, routine cleaning of the streets and roads is also helpful in this regard.
Do you think that metal road throughout Delhi will help in preventing dust? Because like Bombay, even Calcutta, from end to end they are all tarred, blacktop. But here you have berms and you have all kinds of, the moment the car goes, even Rajpath lately. So do you think that this could be one of the ways to control dust?
Sir, it has its advantages as well and disadvantages as well. Sir, due to increasing concretization, sir, the local weather conditions, there can be an urban heat island effect also.
Let's come to aerospace engineering. Let's come to aviation.
Yes.
Now, aviation is said to be the biggest pollutant, one of the biggest pollutant, and leaves a lot of carbon footprint.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
how do we look for a greener aviation fuel?
Sir, the government has been taking steps on this front. Sir, there are proposals for ethanol blending of ATF. Additionally, sir, there are developments on the front of electric aircraft as well. So there are certain companies who are working in this regard. Sir,
There is something called sustainable aviation fuel, biofuels. Have you
Yes.
heard about? Is there anything possible?
Sir, I'm not aware of.
All right, tell me, in the Paris Agreement or those climate change parameters, the domestic aviation emissions are the responsibility of that country.
Yes, sir.
Whose responsibility is the international aviation emissions?
Sir, again, it is the responsibility of the international community in its entirety. So we have to identify certain stakeholders who will take responsibility on an urgent basis.
Okay. Uh, Space policy has been launched
Yes.
by the government of India. What are the basic features, Prateek?
Sir, I haven't.
You haven't
gone
read
through
about
those
it?
things.
All right. NCRT is in news, NCRT textbooks.
Yes, sir.
So, what is your view about it? You think that these things are do they seem to be just some kind of error that they could not you know some of the chapters were erased, or you think it has some motives?
Sir, while there is a need for rationalization of the textbooks, sir, due to the vast syllabus that children face, sir, however, the rationalization should be done in a more prudent manner, consulting all stakeholders. So currently, there has been omission of certain subjects certain topics that we consider essential, and in the long run, it has potential to restrict the knowledge of the children.
Mhm.
Sir, therefore, sir, there must be greater consultations in this regard.
All right. Thank you, Prateek. I pass on to our member.
Prateek, Jupiter mission is getting launched.
Yes, sir.
Before that, James Webb Space Telescope was launched.
Yes, sir.
What is the purpose of both these missions? What do we aim to achieve?
Sir, the recent Jupiter mission, sir, it aims at studying Jupiter and 3 of its moons. The 3 moons, sir, they have a large quantity of water collectively, which is greater than even the oceans on Earth. So it aims to study it for evidence of life. So whereas the James Webb Telescope, sir, it has a very broader scope. It seeks to study the distant galaxies, stars, and other universal phenomena and bodies.
How humanity will benefit?
Sir, one is curiosity. It simply quenches our thirst for knowledge. The second, it can develop better understanding of how the universe works, better physical laws that govern us. So we still do not know a lot about the universe. And
So, Prateek, we have Open Skies Treaty.
yes,
Do we have Open Space Treaty also?
so there
Because
is
space is getting choked now.
So there is a space treaty that exists, and sir, it primarily aims at opening space for all stakeholders. And
Tell me about Open Skies Treaty. What it is about? How many countries are members?
so Open Skies Treaty aims at allowing surveillance and monitoring of land of other countries by a country's aircraft. Sir, I cannot recall number of
Can you
countries.
recall which countries left this treaty?
So USA has opted out of this treaty, and Russia as well.
And Russia. And recently there was a case of balloon
Yes, sir.
being shot down. So was it in violation of the treaty that it was shot down or something else?
Sir, according to China, sir, the balloons were for research purposes, which are allowed. And sir, USA claims that these were spying devices being used to spy on their citizens and their.
But you just now said Open Skies Treaty is permitting countries to spy. Is it for spying, Open Sky Treaty?
Sir, it is for generating greater confidence among nations that we are not doing activities which will be prejudicial to your security.
Exactly. So tell me, when we talk of technology, we talk in terms of generations,
Yes, sir.
right? So why generations? And what is the generation of length of generation of present technology?
Sir, generations in technology, sir, they refer to significant improvements that are made over the previously existing technologies. So, for example, in fighter aircrafts, we have fourth generation, fifth generation aircraft, and the primary element differentiating these generations is the element of stealth. Sir, so there can be differentiators.
Okay.
Technology.
But now we have started calling disruptions.
Yes, sir.
So what is difference between generational technology and disruption?
Sir, disruption in technology, currently we are referring to certain technologies which are changing our basic setup of our basic technological setup, like metaverse we have, and AI, machine learning. So because they have a very high rate of growth. So as to
What
say-
are the threats of AI that you think humanity is going to face in near future?
Sir, one is the sir. So first is the threat of job security
Okay.
for a lot of people.
Next.
Sir, then there is an existential threat for humans. If AI becomes sentient and it can threaten human existence in its entirety.
All right. Thanks.
Prateek, you are in Delhi, you live in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me about Delhi Sultanate. You have heard about Delhi Sultanate? They ruled in Delhi, for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Can you name few Delhi Sultanate rulers?
Sir, there was the Kutubi dynasty. Dynasty.
Name of the rulers I just wanted to know.
Sir, so certain rulers that I can recall, sir, Ibrahim Shah Lodi, sir,
Lodi. Lodi
to
was,
the Lodi dynasty. Yes, sir.
that was a different dynasty. I am talking about Delhi Sultanate. Say 1000 AD, 1100 AD or something like that.
Sir, I cannot recollect any names.
You cannot recollect anyone. So now we come to current times. Now in the present time, Delhi is again a very big metropolitan city. It's a huge city.
Yes, sir.
And it is a national capital territory also. So many things are there around. Don't you think that Delhi should be made a full-fledged state like UP, Bihar or something like that? Don't you think so?
Sir, there certainly are arguments that can be made in this favor. Sir, it can enhance policy planning.
No, I'm asking your opinion.
Sir, so my opinion is that it should not be.
It should
made a
not
state.
be made. Okay, why it should not be made?
Sir, there already is a body, Delhi NCR. So we consider Delhi NCR, and there are planning committees for Delhi NCR in its entirety, sir, which can serve the same purpose.
So with that logic, we should not have UP, we should not have Punjab, we should have some planning bodies, and they can be run accordingly. My point is that only, no?
Sir, there are significant cultural differences as well. So between the people of Haryana and UP, Delhi, Rajasthan. So
Delhi is a cosmopolitan city.
yes, sir.
So
Sir-
it can be also turned into a state, full-fledged state, isn't that?
Yes,
If you are not in favor, then can you tell me why? I mean, what is your argument that it should not be made a full-fledged state?
Sir, Delhi NCR, sir, it consists of areas from different states. Sir, firstly, these states would not be willing to let go of these areas. Sir, additionally, there is no public demand as such for a creation of NCR as a separate state. So these are the 2 points.
These are the okay. In Delhi, we have a body, National Green Tribunal.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about it?
Yes, sir.
What is National Green Tribunal?
Sir, it is a tribunal which adjudicates on issues of environment, pollution, and conservation of our biodiversity and environment.
So, does it have a jurisdiction on this wildlife protection or forest, Indian Forest Act or something like that? And over forest and wildlife, does this body have any jurisdiction?
Sir, I cannot exactly recall. So there are laws which come under its jurisdiction.
Oh,
So
there
there
are
are
certain laws where you can't recollect it.
Yes, sir.
Delhi is quite congested city also.
Yes, sir.
So people have come out with a concept of vertical gardens.
Yes, sir.
What is a vertical garden?
Sir, in vertical gardening, what happens is that in indoor spaces or in outdoor spaces, there are multiple levels where we provide artificial grounds for growth of plants, primarily horticultural plants like spinach, etc.
Do you know something, Prateek? Do you know something about Miyawaki forest?
Yes, sir.
What is Miyawaki forest?
Sir, it is a Japanese concept which seeks to promote urban forestation, intense forestry within a small area.
So in Delhi, which are the potential areas where we can use this technique of Miyawaki forest?
Sir, there are several societies, and in these societies there are green areas, green spaces where this can be implemented. Additionally, sir, in the ridge areas. Sir,
Ridge area.
yes, sir. Sir,
There also.
yes, sir. Around the ridge areas, it can be implemented, and sir, around office spaces.
Recently, Delhi government is also doing some work on Yamuna flood plains. Do you know
Yes, sir.
what type of work is going on there? Yamuna flood plains.
Sir, there has been discussion and significant issue of Yamuna pollution. So, sir, the government has taken steps towards curbing this pollution. Sir, upstream in Haryana, sir, there is problem.
No, I am asking about Delhi.
Sir,
The flood plains in Yamuna, Delhi flood plains.
sir, one step that I can think of is they are
No, you don't think it of. I mean, the work.
Yes, sir.
There is a project going on.
yes, sir. I can recall is that removal of encroachments that took place on the Yamuna floodplains.
Okay.
And sir, additionally, sir, I cannot recollect any other step.
Okay. Thank you, Prateek. Thank you.
Prateek, you are a football player.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the recent ranking, FIFA ranking, which came out last week?
Yes, sir. Sir, Argentina gained first position.
In India's ranking.
India is ranked 101.
Very good. Now, India, the All India Football Federation
Yes, sir.
has come out with a vision
Yes, sir.
for football 2047.
Yes, sir.
So, according to that vision, do you think India would be able to be part of FIFA World Cup? Around any chances?
Sir, it aims to position India as one of the top 4 Asian nations.
Yeah.
And sir, certainly, if the implementation of the vision is done in a prudent manner, sir, we can certainly achieve that aim.
That means if we are part of 4 Asian nations,
Yes, sir.
so then we will be able to participate. Do you think it will be possible?
Sir, the qualifications, so the qualifiers for FIFA, sir, they have been expanded, and FIFA is aiming at expanding its World Cup, the number of teams that participate in the World Cup as well. So, sir, there is
What
a
is the current number? Last FIFA Cup, how many?
32.
And now, what is the in the next cup? I think there is a talk of expansion.
Yes, sir. So there is a talk of expansion to 48 teams. Yes, sir.
Now, what you have also mentioned about this fantasy league in one of your
Yes, sir.
interests.
Yes.
What is this fantasy league?
Sir, I play Fantasy Premier League. Sir, it is a platform where we have to select a team of 15 players, and according to their real world performances, they are granted certain points.
And no, but it's a game. This is football only or something?
Football, yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, right. Now, yesterday, are you aware of one startup, Garuda Aerospace?
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about that.
So Garuda Airspace works in the domain of agricultural uses for drones. So they have developed drones for use in pesticide and fertilizer spraying, and additionally studying of crops and taking measures to improve our agricultural sector.
So, what is unique about the Garuda space, aerospace?
Sir, they have been given government grants in the agricultural sector.
Now, are you aware of any good news, Prateek, with regard to solid waste disposal in Delhi?
Sir, for solid waste disposal, we are continuously taking steps to improve the situation. Sir, there are three or four very big dump sites which need to be cleaned up. And sir, in that direction, we are looking at, sir, waste gasification. So that
Also,
is-
are you aware? Can you tell me something about the statement made by Honorable Minister Roads and Highways using?
Yes, sir. The products, the waste, the products that byproducts from this gasification process and also separation of waste, so they can be used in the construction of highways and roads in the country.
Rakhi in Haryana.
Yes, sir.
It is the largest, I think,
Yes, sir.
Harappan, Indus Valley site. So, are you aware of any initiative by, because it is a very important, I think, one of the ancient sites, if you look at,
Yes, sir.
one of the oldest in the world. So, are you aware of any initiative by government of Haryana to promote it as a tourist destination? Any initiative taken by?
So the government is taking steps to promote it as a tourist destination. We are establishing a museum. So the government, central government as well as the state government, so they are looking at establishing a museum.
Museum, very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Now, anthropology is your optional.
Yes, sir.
So, how your knowledge of anthropology would help you in discharging your duties as an administrator?
Sir, first is that it will better help me understand cultural sensitivities of the people.
Culture sensitivity.
Yes, sir. Sir, additionally, better policy planning in consultation with the public. Sir, apart from this, sir, it will.
Okay, no problem. Good. Now, Nicobar Islands, Greater Nicobar Islands,
Yes,
some very mega project, multimodal transport and some township.
Yes.
So it was approved by Government of India. It has huge expenditure. So what is its present status with regard? Because there were a lot of demands from the environmental conservationists that it will disturb the flora and fauna of that
Yes, sir.
very eco-sensitive and fragile area.
Sir, the government and specifically the environmental ministry, so they have given a go ahead, and additionally there have been approvals from the relevant authorities as well. Sir, but environmental groups and citizen groups are challenging this approval in the courts, sir, because of the sensitivity of the region. Sir, it is host to sensitive marine populations as well as, sir, very ancient biodiversity, because the trees and flora and fauna in the region, so they go back to thousands of years. And
Okay. Thank you, Prateek. Over to Chairman, sir.
Prateek, the ruling party of Delhi government
Yes,
has been made as a national party.
yes, sir.
So, what does it mean becoming a national party?
Sir, it grants them certain benefits like more special campaigners, and sir, one is that sir, they get 2 copies of electoral rolls, and sir, they have sole
What
right
is the
on,
benefit of having star campaigners?
sir, greater public outreach, so people can identify with the party in a better manner, sir.
Has it something to do with the expenditure made by the star campaigners also?
Yes, sir. So there is a greater ceiling of expenditure for star campaigners as well.
Right. So tell me, one party gets a distinct advantage. So an independent candidates and maybe smaller parties, they don't. Now,
Yes, sir.
in elections, we always say that it should be a level playing field, equal opportunity. Don't you think it is there's a conflict between the objective and reality?
Sir, we are granting this recognition in lieu of them obtaining a national status. Sir, because they are their operations are present across multiple states. So that helps in better identification for the public. So otherwise, so more at the more local level, the candidates already have certain local identifications with the public.
So Prateek, we are almost on the verge of closing our interview. But before that, let me ask you if any DAF entry has been left out from asking. If yes, then I can ask you one more question.
Sir, on the motorsports front.
All right, I thought as much. So, what is this Chases and Business Head IITK Motorsports? Can you explain?
Sir, we have a motorsports team at our college. Sir, we engage in building two types of vehicles primarily. Sir, one is aimed at the Formula style and another is the off-road style of vehicle. So we design and manufacture these vehicles from scratch. And sir, I was in the team which was involved in the building of its body, the chassis that we call it. And sir, for designing the business.
So this design was it used by some commercial companies?
Sir, it is not commercial, but more of a student project, and we have competitions which we participate.
It is a
in.
competition.
Yes, sir.
So designing is based on the models that we already have. You read the models and then you make the chassis.
So we take inspiration from these models, but the design happens from scratch.
So is it an innovative model which can
Yes, sir.
later on be used?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. So thank you, Prateek. We close our interview now. You may proceed to the waiting room. We'll call you again.
Thank you, sir.
So Prateek, how do you think you have done your interview today?
Sir, I think it was my best performance in the mock interview.
Okay, you have had some mocks before.
Yes, sir.
All right. So how do you consider it as the best? What were your deficiencies which you thought in the previous ones?
So to a certain degree, I shared some of my nervousness that I used to have earlier. And sir, there was greater fluency also.
So Prateek, you are a very good candidate and you have really done quite well today. And you have a pleasing personality. Maybe a little bit of nervousness still remained.
Yes.
That probably led to your showing less energy.
Yes.
And less enthusiastic, because maybe most of the time you must be struggling with confronting with the answers and
Yes.
questions. So that you have to get rid of, because it looked obvious but not so obvious. We would say that you were not nervous. We would say that you were a little less on energy.
Yes.
All right. One way of displaying better energy would be, a very simple way, is to speak a bit louder.
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा जोर से बोलो प्रतीक. अच्छा, substance तुम्हारे पास पूरा है. You have good knowledge. Those things which I was very impressed with, the kind of knowledge you had about the horticulture and gardening and farming. I looked at your DAF also and I couldn't find anything related to this. Even then your interests were really amazing. So you have a very wide variety of knowledge. That's a good thing. But bring some energy.
Yes, sir.
The first question on why civil services, इसको बिल्कुल ही change कर दो. It was too philosophical.
Okay, sir.
Who advised you to say this, to speak like this?
Sir, over a series of consultations, sir, some people advise that you just go for a simple answer, that this is something that you've always wanted to do and you want to do from a childhood. But sir, so this is my actual genuine reason. So some people advise that just go with this.
We would not advise you on this. You see, why do you have to be different? तुम्हें scapegoat क्यों बनना है? IAS सिविल सर्विसेज में जाने का क्या रीजंस, कितने रीजंस हो सकते हैं?
Yes.
I mean, even if the panel is provoking you, या कुछ लोग आपको कह रहे हैं, अरे वही रूटीन घिसा पिटा सा मॉक्स में पूछते हैं, अरे क्या वही जवाब दे रहे हो? ये तो और क्या जवाब दें? मैं वहाँ क्या करने के लिए जा रहा हूँ? लड़ाई लड़ने जा रहा हूँ, ये बताऊँ? या पैसा भ्रष्ट होने जा रहा हूँ, ये बताऊँ? क्या बताओगे?
So there is also a sense of cognitive dissonance within myself, that if I'm
So, but that could be just a passing reference. It need not be the main plank. I mean, you sort of narrated the whole पूरी philosophy
yes.
आपने बता दी, उस पर बह गए आप बिल्कुल.
yes.
मेन इशू से बिल्कुल आप डाइवर्ट कर गए और मुझे लगा ये क्वेश्चन मैंने कुछ दूसरा पूछा और आप जवाब
Yes.
कुछ और दे रहे हो, बट देन आई रियलाइज कि नो, आप उसी का जवाब दे रहे हैं. तो उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है. आप सब कुछ कहने के बाद जो आपका यू वर्ड इन डिफरेंट मैनर. चाइल्डहुड को कौन कह रहा है? चाइल्डहुड तो बिल्कुल ही नो है.
yes.
ना ड्रीम का, ना चाइल्डहुड का, ना फादर का, ना पेरेंट्स का, ना किसी IAS ऑफिसर को देखा उससे मैं इतना इम्प्रेस्ड. Number one, you frame your answer based on the fact that it was your own decision,
yes.
right? It was your resolve. Now that resolve may come out of passion. That resolve may come out of the good features of civil services, the
Yes.
best career, my quest for public service,
Yes, sir.
choosing a platform which will take me to the people. Now, I am expressing in a different manner.
Yes,
It need not be phrased the same manner.
Right.
You are intelligent IITian हो, उसको वर्ड्स को बदल के और थोड़ा अच्छा बना सकते हो,
Yes, sir.
है ना? और लास्ट में सकते हो कि सर आई फील दैट the satisfaction, human being satisfaction can come through the career satisfaction.
Yes, sir.
And I'm looking for something, which will give me a complete career in terms of the human satisfaction or
Right.
that I will get after, through this service.
Yes, sir.
तो वो आपने एक लाइन में बता दिया बाय द वे. उसमें आपने थोड़ा सा अपना फिलोसफी भी डाल दी, बट cannot उसको अवॉइड करो.
Yes, sir.
Rest of it, I think you were able to, some depth also you have to bring. Space policy थोड़ा देख लेना.
Yes, sir. Yes.
एरो के साथ स्पेस भी लगाया ना आपके,
Yes, sir.
तो उसको पढ़ लेना थोड़ा सा.
Right, sir.
So Prateek, I also felt कि आप खुल के नहीं जवाब दे रहे. And when you know everything, means all the questions you tackled so well, your open space policy, open sky policy, everything was correct, including surveillance. So be more confident on yourself.
Yes.
ठीक है. So very good personality, but for lack of energy.
Yes, sir.
That is the only thing that I observed. Otherwise, not one point I can tell you on your answers. Everything was very well addressed.
Right.
Just keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Prateek, you are a very good candidate. You are doing well. You have answered well. Okay. Just enhance your energy levels.
Yes.
Be a little more energetic.
Yes, sir.
That is required.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Otherwise, you are okay, perfectly okay, no issue.
Yes, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
I think Prateek, same here. Just raise little bit of your energy level. Be more lively. Be more lively. Otherwise, नॉलेज का कोई बहुत ज़्यादा इशू नहीं है. नॉलेज आपको काफ़ी आपका ठीक है. थोड़ा करंट अफेयर्स को थोड़ा ब्रशअप कर लीजिए. वो करंट अफेयर्स का ना कई बार छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चन होते हैं, बट वो आपको बड़ा ऊपर ले जाते हैं मार्क्स के अंदर.
Yes.
अब जैसे मैंने आपसे व्हाट इज द गुड न्यूज अबाउट सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट, मैंने आपको नितिन गडकरी का एग्जांपल भी दिया, बिकॉज ही मेड ए स्टेटमेंट अबाउट 10 days बैक कि उन्होंने 20 लाख टन इज ए ह्यूज क्वांटिटी विच वाज यूज्ड इन रोड कंस्ट्रक्शन. जो थर्ड आपकी रिंग रोड आ रही है ना दिल्ली की,
Yes, sir.
वो उसमें यूज हुआ है 20 लाख टन. तो इट इज सच ए गुड न्यूज कि आपका जो सॉलिड वेस्ट जिसको हम डिस्पोज करने की सोचते हैं कैसे करें इसको, वो आपका सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी का इतना बड़ा एक कंपोनेंट बन गया है.
Yes, sir.
तो उस तरह से मैं आपको कह रहा था. उसी तरह से मेरा सेकंड ये क्वेश्चन था निकोबार आइलैंड्स का.
Yes,
वो
sir.
मैं बात करूं करंट अफेयर्स में, करंट अफेयर्स की कोई
Yes,
लिमिट नहीं है, इतनी छोटी छोटी चीजें भी पूछ सकते हैं आपसे.
Right.
तो अब उसमें भी मैंने कहा था करंट स्टेटस क्या है. करंट स्टेटस में ये है कि उसकी जो एनवायरमेंटल क्लियरेंस है दैट हैज बीन चैलेंज्ड इन एनजीटी.
Yes.
आपने थोड़ा दिया जवाब, बट थोड़ा सा और स्पेसिफिक हो जाओ
So
बड़े
I couldn't recall the specific.
हाँ, तो वो मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि उसको थोड़ा करंट अफेयर्स में अदरवाइज आपका नॉलेज मैं तो यू हैंडल ऑल माय क्वेश्चन इवन गरुड़ा एरोस्पेस वगैरह आपने बहुत अच्छे से किया, बल्कि ये उसमें थोड़ा ये भी ऐड कर देते ना तो और मुझे अच्छा लगता कि दिस इज द फर्स्ट नाउ कंपनी विच हैज अवेल्ड ग्रांट अंडर किसान ड्रोन स्कीम, जो कि लास्ट ईयर शुरू हो चुकी थी, अभी तक अवेल ही नहीं कर पाया था. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट एजेंसी विच हैज अवेल्ड दैट ग्रांट अंडर स्कीम. तो ये छोटी छोटी चीजें जो आपके 2-3 ईयर करोगे तो आपको एकदम में आपका परफॉर्मेंस को ले जाएंगे बहुत ऊपर. But otherwise also you are, as everybody has said, I think you are very good, your personality, everything is good. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Prateek, before I tell you our marks, the marks that we have given you, what is making you nervous?
Sir, I cannot exactly point out. Sir,
Is it your first time you're going to UPSC?
The second interview.
Second interview. Did you get less marks in the first round?
Yes, sir.
How much?
151.
So that may be one of the reasons.
Yes, sir. So there is an inherent internal pressure that I have to do very well. So that is kind of.
I know. Is it the peer pressure or the family pressure or whatever?
So it's only self-inflicted
Self-worth.
pressure.
So you are very sensitive that way.
Yes, sir.
You're very sensitive. So I can imagine very well, and it's a good trait. But at times, you know, it tells on your health, and it also tells on your performance also.
Yes, sir.
Little anxiety is good. Psychologists also say.
Yes, sir.
But high anxiety is bad.
Yes,
It affects performance. But little anxiety, but no anxiety is worse.
हाँ होनी भी चाहिए.
No anxiety तो सबसे खराब है. मस्त हूँ मैं तो ज़रा दो.
Yes, sir.
तो आपने हाँ, तो अपनी हाई एंजाइटी को लो एंजाइटी पे ले
नीचे लाओ.
सो दैट आप में एक जज्बा हो कि नहीं मुझे अच्छा करना है, इतना भी होना चाहिए. दूसरा ये कि आपको हमने 66 दिया है परसेंट टुडे,
मतलब कितना हो गया?
विच कम्स टू अराउंड आई थिंक 178, 180.
181 sir.
182. 182.
हमें तो आपके पुराने मार्क्स पता नहीं थे ना, हमने आपको खुश करने के लिए दिया है.
Yes.
So this should boost your this thing.
Yes, sir.
In your mocks that you have had, did they also give marks?
No, sir.
They don't give marks. So we give marks.
Yes.
So ये जो marks हम दे रहे हैं, हमारा अपना track record ये है that it is 5% here and there compared to पिछले वाले से जब पूछते हैं तो वो कहते हैं मुझे इतना मिला. तो
Yes.
आपके केस में आपको खुद पता होना चाहिए, और बताओगे भी आप ही कि इन द लास्ट इंटरव्यू एंड दिस इंटरव्यू डिड यू सी एनी डिफरेंस?
Yes, sir. So certainly there is a lot of difference.
सो वो डिफरेंस के ही आपको मार्क्स मिलेंगे,
Yes.
है ना. और डिफरेंस करोगे और मार्क्स मिलेंगे.
Yes.
ये तो वो है आपके मार्क्स जो आपने जैसा हमारे सामने आए. अब हमने आपको 10 चीज़ें गिना दी,
Yes.
वो अगर ध्यान में रखोगे और वहाँ कर पाओगे, और भी कुछ चीज़ें जो आपके जहन में हैं जो आप करना चाह रहे होगे, तो निश्चित इससे ज़्यादा ही आएंगे,
Yes, sir.
है ना. दे शुड गिव यू इनफ कॉन्फिडेंस.
Yes.
ठीक ना. और लाइफ में देखो, पुट योर बेस्ट एंड देन डोंट बॉदर अबाउट, एंड पीपल विल कीप पुटिंग प्रेशर. यू नो, आप दूसरे के लिहाज में मत करो कि वो क्या कहेगा, वो क्या कहेगा. सेल्फ में भी प्रेशर तब बनता है प्रतीक जब आप दूसरों के बारे में सोचते हो वो क्या कहेगा, वो क्या कहेगा.
Yes.
एक बार में ना बिल्कुल आप यू फॉरगेट अबाउट द वर्ल्ड.
Thanks, sir.
ठीक है ना. एंड जस्ट थिंक अबाउट, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड जो है ना वो नथिंग सक्सीड लाइक सक्सेस.
Yes.
ठीक है. इफ यू सक्सीड एवरीवन विल बी आफ्टर यू,
Yes.
तो यू हैव टू सक्सीड. सो बी सेल्फिश.
Yes.
ठीक है ना. ऑल द बेस्ट. कुछ पूछना है तो पूछ लो.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.